welcome everybody to It Tastes Different in Gaming News. What's on the news today? God of War remasters. All right, so according to industry insider Nick Baker of Xbox Era, the first 3 God of War games will be getting a fresh coat of paint for the release on PS5. Now, PS5 has been remastering everything from the last 6 months because that's all apparently they can do. You've got a Last of Us remaster, Last of Us 2 remaster, Spider-Man remaster, Ghost of Tsushima, the Uncharted, Bloodborne, so on and so forth. The original 3, not including the God of War Ascension game, appears to be getting a full remaster on the PS5. Like I said, PS5 has been doing a lot of those. Now, this surprisingly is the first remaster we've seen in a while for PlayStation of a game more than 5 minutes old. The original God of War celebrates its 20th anniversary in 2025. So that would be a good time to release something like that. Now, there's nothing in the article talking about that it's going to be a 3-pack or they're going to be released separately, which that wouldn't surprise me. I do apologize. I lost my spot. So Baker stresses that he's not certain on the exact details, but it is fairly sure that it won't include the Ascension. And the other thing he's not clear on is that that thing he's not clear on. I want to get details on is the straight up port or if they get the PS3. I don't think they'll do a port. I think they will be the full remasters. Personally, we've seen too many problems with them just dropping ports over anymore. So I'm good with remasters myself. The Gears of War Remaster Collection is supposed to be coming. I'm okay with that. But I prefer new games. Now, if they are remastered, they must be done like Resident Evil 2, 3, not 4, because I don't think 4 was a full remaster. I think 4 was just a drop-dead gorgeous redo of the original. There was too much of the same in it, personally. But they can do that. They can do it like Dead Space remaster. Oh my God, that is one of my favorite games of this year. I think it would be good with me. We've seen these remasters come out as garbage. Final Fantasy VIII, which is one of my favorite games in the Final Fantasy series, it came out with a remaster, and it was, instead of this pixelation, you had a little bit of this pixelation. I mean, it was really bad. But yeah, you could, speed run through the game now. So there's no details. Obviously, it's probably early, especially if the game is hinted to, especially if the game is going to come out or be announced around the anniversary, which is another year off. So I think it's what I said, another year off. But I don't know if everybody's ready for that, especially Nick here, because Nick doesn't play those remasters ever. Kidding. What do you think, Nick? I mean, if the rumor is true, do you think it will be? Well, you weren't really a Gears guy, though, if I remember correct. I mean, you played it, but I don't. Or God of War. I mean, you weren't really a diehard Kratos fan, if I remember correctly.
No, I'm not, and I'm still not.
I mean, the prostitute minigames were always fun, though.
Yeah. I mean, not boxes. That I like boxes. Not that I hate God of War in any regard. I just never was into the games, and even the newer ones, I'm not super into those either. I like them. I'm not into the whole thing. But that's cool. I think they'll do more of a remaster. I don't think you'll see Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, 4, any of that. I think it'll be a spit shine on the old, bringing the old back into the new, giving the old wax on, wax off treatment. And that's pretty much about what we can expect. I think it will come out as a God of War Trilogy pack. So I think it will come out with all 3 games included into one priced bundle. I do think they will have some improvements. I think it will probably look better, and they'll have some quality of life stuff. They might add some new features to it and things like that. I know Christopher Judge recently said he wouldn't do the voice work for the OG God of Wars because of the original voice actor. He didn't want to trample on that. So, we may not see any more than like I said, just a spit shine on there. Not even, I don't even think it'll get the Super Mario RPG remaster, because that was a remake of that game, but they really didn't add much more to it than what was originally. And they did add some stuff, but not much more than what it was. But they redid the entire thing, right? And I don't know if this will be like a remake in the sense of redoing all of the graphical, Kratos's character model and all the stuff. I don't think it's going to be quite Final Fantasy VIII, even though Squall is still the best looking guy there. I don't think they're going to do that, because that's for Square Enix with those. That's the lazy port. That's not even a remaster. That's barely a spit shine. They did the same thing with Chrono Cross. Right. Yep. That was just that was like taking the turd and just smearing it a bit and going, yeah, that looks good. I think they'll do a little bit better than that, but I don't think we'll see like a full on, from the ground up rework of these games. I think it's going to be kind of a re-release, especially if the anniversary is coming up. It might be something to say like, hey, we've done some spit shine. It looks a little bit better than the original, plays better than the original, but it's still the original. And they're just releasing them out in a 3-pack. You can go buy it. What they should really do with it is they should put it on their PlayStation Plus for free. They should sell it. But if anybody has PlayStation Plus, they should put it out there for free on the anniversary day. So those people that have it can go just play it. And the people that don't have PlayStation Plus can go and purchase it for like $30 or whatever the case may be. Right. But it doesn't, it doesn't surprise me that they would bring out the original God of Wars. I like the new, again, I wasn't huge into them, but I do like the games. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like them. I can only play them for so long for some reason. I don't know why. Even the original ones, I played, I think all 3 God of Wars, but only for half of the game, and for some reason I lose interest. Even with the new God of Wars, the first one and then the newest one that came out, I've played probably halfway through both of them, and then just stop playing and move on to something else. I don't know what it is. Halfway through, I'm done and I'm moving on. Even though I like the game, I enjoyed it. It just for some reason, my mind says, "Yep, I think we've experienced this. Move on." And it's really weird, but it's not to say that I wouldn't go back. And if this came out, I have PlayStation Plus. If they did something like that and put it on PlayStation Plus, I would definitely download it and check it out and probably play halfway through them, and get my feel in there. But yeah, there's some, I know for some reason, I don't know why. And it's probably because of the gameplay style, but God of War, I know God of War came first. Yeah, fun. Well, God of War came first, right? But it always makes me think of Dante's Inferno, which I absolutely love. Dante's Inferno. I know that game did not get great reviews, but I absolutely loved that game. And that was also not Sony, that was EA. But I would love for them to redo I believe it was EA, but I would love for them to do a Dante's Inferno game. Somebody out there. I know this is sidetracked. It's just that Dante's Inferno had the same gameplay as God of War, it was pretty much a God of War like knockoff in a sense, because the gameplay was so similar, but it was such a good game. I don't know. I loved that game so much.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game. I don't know if I would say it was better than God of War, but it definitely played like God of War.
Oh, I'm not saying it was better than God of War, but I'm just saying
gameplay, I would say.
I just really like that game. And it just makes me think God of War, every time we talk about the OG God of War, for some reason, Dante's Inferno always pops in my head every single time. Like even looking at the pictures, I think it's just because it's so similar, because they made Dante almost look like, I think they didn't make him look like Kratos, but he kind of has the same build as Kratos. And it's just like, and the gameplay was very the same. All I'm saying is if you haven't played Dante's Inferno, you should check it out. It's a really good game, but this is cool. Yeah. I mean, I just don't think they're going to get the rework. I don't think they're going to do the remake like Resident Evil got. I think they'll just do a really good spit shine. Right.
I don't know. I think just a polish of the turd is not going to suffice. I think they have to give it at least Resident Evil 4. I mean that's that much of an upgrade on it.
I mean that's the ground up. But you think of 3 games though. I mean that would be a lot of work to do 3 games like that.
I'm okay with it.
Well, I'm okay with it too, but I don't know if they would be okay with it.
Yeah, I don't want to see, and maybe it's just because I don't want to see them half-ass it. Resident Evil 2 remake was set the bar for me. That's where your remake should be. 3, they did the same thing, but it was much shorter. It was much more condensed. That bothered me. But still, overall, fantastic. Now, Resident Evil 7 remake. I love the game. It's just too much filler. That's my big problem with the game.
You mean Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Yes. What did I say?
Resident Evil 7, which that was a great game, but it wasn't
Final Fantasy 7 remake. Yeah, it was just too much filler. So I don't know. I want to see more into this because we've gotten a lot of burns from these remakes. A lot. Mario RPG, Super Mario RPG was just a fantastic game. And the remake was Super Mario RPG. But, today's graphics, essentially. It was pretty. It was well done. Gameplay, everything was well executed. The few things they did add into it, were great. They have to hit that bar, I think. Personally, I think they have to hit that bar. And there's so many mods out for those games that, surely they can steal some assets or something. But
I would steal someone's work.
They do it all the time. I mean, it is Sony. It's not like they've been accused of stealing a few things before. But if they are doing a remaster of the trilogy, I would expect Sony Santa Monica to just milk the living crap out of it. Now, who is it that Sony bought up a while back that does the remasters really well for them? Blue Point?
Yes, I believe it's Blue Point.
They did. Yeah, they did.
They did the Demon Souls.
Demon Souls, yeah. And that was a fantastic remake. I mean, they did a really, really polished job on that. Now, if they give it over to them, I think that would be awesome as well. If they go that route, though, of a Final Fantasy, Resident Evil remake, I think it'll be a 1, 2, 3 release. It won't be a combo. Now, those games are a lot smaller than 2, vastly smaller. So if they keep the scale, as far as time frame and all that, I think they could do the trilogy pack. But I was a big fan of the God of War games. I believe that's the first time I ever saw a nipple in a video game of a woman. Just gonna put that out there. But that game did a lot of things. There was, far as the genre, that it was in. It was an action game, but there was so much to that game. Even then it had a little RPG aspect to it because of the weapon changes and stuff. And then the characters that you come across were massive in scale, even though you really didn't fight in a massive scale. They did such a great job on those games. Now with new technology and everything, they are of that size, and you are battling a mountain-sized monster and things like that. So I don't know. I'm okay with a remake. I just don't want a half-ass Final Fantasy VIII remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake. I want to see something more substantial. Just me, though. So
yeah, I'll agree with that. I hope that it's more than just a spit shine. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it definitely needs more than spit. You can't just spit on it. You gotta put a little more on there than just spit. It's just
you can't spit on Kratos. You gotta caress him.
That's right. Kratos don't get no spit. He wants a snuggle. But anyway, I'm good with it. I just don't want to see a half-ass half-ass remake. So that's just me. But you got anything else, bud?
No, I don't think so.
I agree. Right. So let us know what you think. Are you down for Kratos coming back? 1, 2, 3. Are you okay with just a little spit and shine, or do you want to see that Resident Evil love? Do you want to see that Super Mario RPG love, where it's basically redone from the ground up? I mean, even if they have to steal a few assets, they've done it before. Are you okay with that? Is that what you want? Let us know. Let us know why you're a fan. If you started with the OG God of Wars, or if you got your experience with the new variations, let us know. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, tell your granny. And until next time, see ya.